What you should be worried about is that, in many cases, there are infections that used to be treated well with antibiotics that now we have no options. From the 1930s until the mid-60s was this great era of the introduction of new classes of antibiotics, and then it sort of stopped. There are reasons for that that are financial in nature. So if you have a cold that requires, it's bacterial and requires an antibiotic, you're going to take that for 5 to 14 days at the most. If you have a heart condition or other conditions, you might take a therapy chronically, and so the value there is very, very different. So it became less fashionable to work in antibiotics because the pay wasn't there. But in the meantime, bacteria are very, very smart, and so they figured out how to modify themselves appropriately, so they became resistant to known antibiotics. The understanding that there's a race of sort of money and time certainly requires us to be nimble and fast. The beauty of a company like ours is that we have an expertise, and so we've been able to build very quickly from the first idea we had to a new class that had activity against the bugs, but also activity in animal models of infection was 3 years. That's a pretty impressive metric. And so without new antibiotics to treat what used to be quite treatable, we're going to go back to a pre-antibiotic era where people are dying of common infections.